you're watching Guitar 101 Rammstein, and in this video I'm going to show you how to adjust your bridge on your Saz, on your Baglama, to adjust the intonation. It works just like any stringed instrument. It's determining this bridge, where the string meets the bridge here, up to the string nut at the top, right above the first fret. That's determining the length of the string. Like any stringed instrument, that is a specific length, so if it's too short or too long, it's going to cause the notes to be out of tune. Even though if you tune the open string perfectly in tune, the further you start going up the frets, the notes can start getting more and more sharp or more flat, so higher or lower in pitch. We don't want that. We want to get the open string, and if we go to the octave string way up here, or the octave fret, we want those notes to both be in tune. And that is done by adjusting this bridge. You'll notice on a Baglama, the wooden bridge, it moves. You can move it. It can move accidentally. Sometimes when changing strings especially, or just playing, sometimes you can bump that. It moves fairly easy. But it's not a difficult adjustment. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So this is a new short neck Baglama I just got recently. And you can probably see here there's like that kind of lighter mark where the bridge was. And that's where it was set to, and I checked it and intonation was off, so I started to adjust it. I figured I'd show you guys how to do it as I complete it. So it was too far this way. If the note is sharp when you're holding down a higher fret, it means the string is too short. So this was too far this way, and I started to move it back, and this part is probably going to have to move it. Usually it's going to be fairly straight, and once you get it in place, it is easy to bump them, so you can take something to mark it if you want, like a pencil or something. When you change strings, every once in a while you might have to just check it again. Just like on an electric guitar, they have adjustable screws here to adjust the string length, and that's something that has to be done every once in a while. When the strings get really old too, that can cause intonation issues. So you're going to need a tuner for this. I'm just using one on my phone, clip-on tuner. If you have a stroke tuner, even better. But don't, at first, just get one string into. I'm going to start on this lowest pitch string, which is A. It's close to A. And on my tuner, hopefully you can see that on the camera, it's like one little notch flat. I'm not going to worry about getting it perfectly in tune, because when we adjust this bridge, if I push it back, it's putting more tension on the string. It's going to bring the pitch up. What I do want to do is find my 17th fret. And that is your octave fret, and if it's really bad, you can hear it by ear usually. So I can pluck the open string and then hold down that 17th fret and hear, is it sound the same, or it's octave up, of course, or is it out of tune? A tuner is going to be more reliable than, though, to really fine tune it. So in this case, I'm just like one notch flat on the open A, so I want to have as close as I can to one notch flat when I hit this 17th fret, and it's a little flat, so the string is too long. I'm going to slide this just a little bit to the left. Now I'm going to check the open string again. When you make an adjustment, that's going to change. So I'm about 2 notches over, and about 2 notches on the octave fret. So that is good. Now this part, you see it's angled more. That's right on D just about. And that's sharp, so the string is too short. And you see it's angled that way. So I'm going to try to hold it and make pretty much straight and see if that fixes it. Now it's 2 notches over. It's getting closer. It's sharp, so the string is too short. Just a little bit more. 2 notches over. And I'm really close. I mean, when you're like 1 notch or so close, that's very close. It's gonna be very hard to hear. And you know, you're going to kind of have to play around with it. You're going to go through each course of strings and do that and get it as close as possible. But you see, this bridge was quite a bit off. And that's it. I mean, I'll finish completing this, going through all the sets. Of course, once I set for this end and this end, I can't do much about this end. So I'm trying to find everything where it's going to be as close as possible. And it's like I said, you won't really notice it until you go up higher and higher in the frets. So if you're, you know, if you're wondering why the instrument's sounding out of tune, that could very well be it. So that's it. I've yet to find any videos in English that explain this. I know how it works on a guitar, and I've seen videos in Turkish going through it. They actually showed like an approximate measurement from here to here, but I don't speak Turkish, so I don't know how many centimeters he said. So that's a good way to maybe start if you're totally like lost track of where your bridge goes. In the meantime, I think I'll ask a friend who speaks Turkish if he can translate that part for me of like what the approximate measurements are to set the bridge at for a starting point. Because if you're starting like way off, it'll be a bit confusing. Something's gonna, that'll be really weird. All right, so meanwhile, I've been working on transcribing a song, which I'm writing it out in tablature. So I'm gonna be working on a video on that song to teach you how to play. It's a really cool song with Baglama in it. So stay tuned for that. Hit like, hit subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff, and hit that bell notification because I'm doing a lot of videos lately, so you'll see when a new one's posted. Until next time.